Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in.
So today we're talking Beyond the Gates. Anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free. Free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. Content's coming over there a little bit later tonight. Free to follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram, on the Instagrammies at AnonymousRealityT. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so that the video gets out into the algorithms, y'all. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes. So this is season 1 of Beyond the Gates. This is episode 8. This aired on Wednesday, March 5th. Wednesday, March 5th. So what was this episode about? So we come in, Eva, she is getting things, adjusted and acclimated for Dr. Nicole Richardson's office, is trying to be on top of things and all of the things. And, Nicole's like, I know we got some elephants in the room, and Eva's all nervous that she's been exposed because she's doing a terrible job of pretending to be nice to these people. And Nicole's like, about Danny with the gun. And she was like, oh, okay, and all this and that. But then after Nicole left the office, y'all, why did Eva start digging? Started trying to go through some file cabinets, started to see if she could try to find something. And I don't even know what she was trying to look for. What are you trying to find? There's not going to be anything in there about any alleged paternity. Are you trying to go through patient files? Like, I don't understand. And also, with the Duprees, as rich as y'all are, y'all don't have hidden cameras in the office so that y'all can track and get alerts if there's any suspicious activity on your phone. I don't get it. Nonetheless, she opens up a drawer, finds a key, and then here comes Kat. Kat is on the case. Kat sees through the BS that Miss Eva is trying to pull, and she came in and was like, who is you, and what is you, and what is you trying to do? And Eva was like, well, I'm the new assistant. I'm here to help Nicole, this and that. And Kat's not hearing it. She's like, you're about to be the temporary assistant. What were you doing going through my mom's stuff? And she's like, well, shouldn't you be at a country club? And she's like, don't worry about where I need to be. You're my mom's assistant, not mine. And I was like, well, snap those fingers, girl. Kat is on the case. And she's like, and Eva's like, well, I was trying to look for a stapler. No. So Eva was like, the stapler though is right here. So what are you rummaging through my mom's things for? And so she's like, oh, I'm so, overwhelmed. I'm still trying to get used to where everything is and da. Kat's not featuring it. Kat's not buying it. Then Ted walks in and Eva, they flash back and show her mom talking about that's her daddy. He introduces himself. He's pleasant. He's all these things. Eva's like losing her mind. She's blushing. She's thinking to herself, oh my gosh, this is my daddy. And he shakes her hand. He's, saying that Eva's doing a good job so far. Anything to make things easier for Nicole and all this and that. So then we get y'all Jacob, the detective coming in. Basically, Naomi's husband, right? Comes in and is basically, listen, I got some information, I got some tea on this case. Eva basically eavesdrops, right? She eavesdrops, pretends to give privacy, but really she's eavesdropping. So nonetheless, he says that they got camera footage, but they still cannot figure out who it is. They still cannot figure out, who is on the motorcycle. They don't have any license plate. They cannot get a close-up, a zoom in, and they feel like the police has hit a dead end, y'all. So then you guys, at Orphe Jeans is the name of the other restaurant. So we've got Uptown Restaurant where it's like a bar and grill, and then we got Orphe Jeans, y'all. It kind of is a play because Robert Gouza's on here. It reminds me of kind of like a Kelly, so to speak, or like on Days of Our Lives, they have like a little, like, it's like a little bakery pastry breakfast spot is what it's giving. Because we had quote unquote Leslie, who's really Dana, and Mona and Jan. That's their little trio of friends. They were there eating some breakfast. It looked pretty good. I don't know, them eggs looked like it was hitting, and everything else. But nonetheless, Leslie has a terrible poker face. I don't understand how people can't see through it. She is shook when, Mona and Jan, they're talking about Laura, how she's going to have surgery coming up here the next day, and that the police are trying to find any lead that leads back to who ran Laura off the road, who caused all of this. And so nonetheless, Mona is falsely giving Leslie props for the fact that, her daughter has stepped in for the assistant job with Nicole, and how they're talking about how excited, Eva's to do this and all the things, and that this is going to, move her up the rankings and all this and that. Then again, y'all, for some reason, Leslie and them, they want to talk about the wedding again. They want to talk about Bill and Haley's wedding. And it's just like, Leslie wants to be messy, talking about Bill thought, he was going to get over everybody and that he deserved every bit of what Danny did. Because that's something you would do, Leslie. You would pull out a gun and threaten to shoot, right? And shoot. Well, I don't think you would shoot the flowers, though. I think you would actually shoot some people. But I think the problem is you're deranged. You have formulated in your own mind these false narratives, and it's going to get you in trouble sooner or later. So then, you guys, we come on to Vanessa, who is one of Danny's BFFs. As you know, she has a session that she finished up with Diego. We get a little bit more of him. And then, of course, we get a sit down at the country club with her and Doug. And so they have breakfast and all the things. Basically, he's trying to reassure her that she shouldn't feel neglected. Vanessa saying that you're doing way too much. And Doug is lying his behind off, talking about he's been busy with patients as the holiday and all this and that. Then Diego comes out of nowhere and is asking about some listings, is asking, that he has a quote-unquote relative that is interesting. I thought this was all nonsense and that they're going to make an appointment for him to view it after breakfast, and he left. I'm calling BS. It is giving a booty call hookup, y'all. So then, Doug, it shows on his phone, y'all, he is up here checking horse races, right? And so then he leaves in a hurry and drops a poker chip, y'all. A poker chip falls out of the pocket on the table, and he claims it was about some charity game, you guys. And so, nonetheless, Doug, they show him in a scene gambling with some people. He loses money. He's asking for some more credit to some woman. She's saying this is against policy. We meet somebody named Randy. Randy and Doug are, reconvening. Doug has to put on the calculator how many zeros he is in debt, y'all, because he is just spending all of the money at this gambling stuff, just wasting money away. He's got a really bad gambling addiction. And asked Doug if he could, Doug asked Randy if you could vouch for him, if you could, do a little thing or two for him. And Randy is like, H-E-double-L, no. H-E-double-L, no. And he also didn't want to get somebody named Joey or whatever else about, trying to get some money. So Randy had asked Vanessa for, to ask her to get some more money. Dude, you are a cardiothoracic surgeon. Make it make sense, y'all. You are making buku bucks. You were getting that on call money on top of it too. And you are broke, y'all. You ain't got it. So Diego meets Vanessa at this alleged property. It doesn't look like they're at a property. It looks like they're somewhere else in the country club to me. But nonetheless, they start kissing, basically inferring that they're going to be hooking up and all this and that. Then there is supposed to be a family sit down with Nicole and Ted and their kids at the country club. And so nonetheless, we see Smitty and Martin come in. They're coming in playing some b-ball and all the things. Martin is still being very, he's got a phone call. Somebody was trying to ask him in the press about Danny, and they're up here talking about journalism. Martin doesn't like all the press, even though he is in politics, so there's always press. Then we have Kat, who comes into the country club. She sees her mom and she's like, Mom, look at here. Eva's bad news. Eva is a scam. She is a fraud. She is a faker. We need to get her out of here. And Nicole's not featuring it, y'all. She's not featuring it. She thinks that Kat's being judgmental, that she's got her nose up in the air and all this and that. And Nicole can't see through it. She kept trying to tell Kat, like, I dotted my I's, I crossed my T's, there is nothing to worry about. I checked references, I did all that I needed to do to make sure this was legit, right? And so then they all sit down, everybody sits down, you know, Nicole, they're still waiting on Ted to get there. And then they want to talk about Danny at the wedding again. And so then Vanessa comes up and she wants to speak to the family. And then from there, you know, Ted eventually joins. Nicole says that she ordered him, you know, his usual or whatever else. He's all lovey-dovey on Nicole and all this and that. Where is a Ted? Where's a Ted at, y'all? Let me know where Ted's at in the comments. So nonetheless, Ted, once Vanessa comes in and talks to the family and all the good stuff, Ted then leaves, y'all. Then Kat is back on Nicole again, and she's like, listen, Mama, look at here. I will not steer you wrong. Dad just told me he trusts my analytics. He trusts my numbers about X, Y, and Z. And she's like, that's because it's about the numbers. I'm about this assistant. And Kat's like, no. You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong. You need to listen to me. You need to listen to what I am saying. Eva is a scam. And so then Kat disappeared. Then we get Smitty, y'all. We get Smitty because he wants to talk to his mother-in-law. And now he feels he's not quite an empty nester, but since his kids are a little bit older, they're out and about. You know, they're probably in all types of activities and things. So there are some free time that is taking place now with Martin and Smitty. However, it doesn't seem that they are ever together. And so basically, you know, Nicole gave him the idea that maybe he should try something that is going to, you know, bring something out of him, that's going to bring something positive for him. And he said that, you know, he might want to get back into journalism. I don't think this is a good idea, because are you going to be spilling gossip and tea about the Dupree family? I feel like this is not going to end well. But nonetheless, Nicole is wondering, you know, have you talked to your husband about this? Have you talked to Martin about this? And Smitty said he didn't. Because he tells him nothing. He tells him nothing, and they just pretend that everything is rainbows and flowers because, you know, they just want to look good because Martin is a political figure. So nonetheless, Martin comes back and Smitty is out the door, and he says that he wants to, you know, he's been plotting about his next step in his career because, you know, he wants to not only be his grandfather, he wants to be better than his grandfather, Vernon, right? And he said that he wants to be president, y'all. That he wants to be the next Barack Obama. And I don't know, you know, if this was any other time but 2025, I would say go for it. If this was any other time but 2016, I would say go for it. But right now, no. Absolutely not, Martin. Just let's be serious. They are going to uncover every single nook and cranny about you, and they're going to make sure that you do not win no election. Stop the nonsense. Even though I like me some Martin, but no, let's keep it a buck. So then you guys, Eva now comes home, right? She's supposed to be running errands for Nicole, already not on the job, but basically gives some excuse to her mom, Leslie, which is really Dana, that she's got some time to spare because she's supposed to be gone for several hours. No. And so then Eva, her perception of how everything went is completely off. She's mad at Kat. Now, I will admit, Kat, yes, she gave her a little bit of attitude because Kat felt that she was not to be trusted. And so, nonetheless, you also got exposed by Kat. Kat saw right through you. So that's why y'all did not hit it off really well. But then she had this bad perception of Ted and made it seem like Ted was so obsessed with Nicole. But it's like, but if a man is truly in love with you and crazy about you, don't you want that? Don't you want your man to be crazy in love and obsessed about you and all of the things? Like it is just weird. And so, nonetheless, she's claiming and making it seem like Ted is on some phony baloney stuff. No idea where this is coming from. Claims that, Ted should have knew who she was, should have recognized her. And I'm confused as to how that is supposed to be a thing when Ted does not have any other kids. But his daughter, Kat, and his son, Martin, make it make sense. And so then Dana is saying to Eva, this is good that you did everything that you were supposed to do, and all this and that, and basically is saying for right now to just play it cool with everybody, keep it cute, keep it mute, and when I choose to drop the bombshell on everybody, they're not going to see it coming. And so then I think guilt is setting in with Eva because she feels that there is something nefarious going on. See, kids catch on to a lot more than what they let on. They feel everything, y'all. And Eva knows something is not right about how she got this position. She thought maybe she could get a connection through Ashley working at the hospital, maybe as like a nurse's aide or like as a janitor or something, or as like a secretary, or maybe she could work at one of the restaurants or something as a waitress or whatever. But nonetheless, to just immediately be an assistant of Nicole's Dupree's is like a fast track, right? And so nonetheless, she is trying to figure out, like, is there some correlation with the timing of Laura's accident? Does something nefarious go on? Did something nefarious actually happen? And so, Dana's trying to reassure Eva that there's nothing of the sort and all this and that. And even Eva went as far as to accuse her own mother of running Laura off the road so that Eva could have this job. And Dana, she didn't take the bait. She didn't take it. But then Dana asked Eva, are you having some cold feet? Are you having second thoughts? Are you second guessing any of this? And Eva said, no. I am into it all. I am going to do this job. I'm going to see this through and all this and that. And like Dana reiterated, all you got to do is just let them have their guard down. Let them think that you are, on the up and up. And then boom, we are going to drop the bomb. We are going to drop the bomb. So then Jacob, we meet Jacob's father, and he updates him. Basically, he lets them know, listen, looky here, we can't find a lead on who ran Laura off the road. And so Jacob also is mad because he feels that he should have arrested Danny, and his dad is telling him, looky here, you got to pick your battles. And ultimately, Danny did report herself to the police. She did turn herself in. It's just that there's no charges that are going to be pressed. But nonetheless, she did everything that was supposed to be done. You did everything that you were supposed to be done. So there is that. So, also, his dad let him know that you have an obligation to the family too. You are married into the Dupree family. So hopefully after this, Jacob goes home to his wife, Naomi, and they can make up or something. I don't know. But nonetheless, I want to say this. A couple of things. I don't think Eva's that terrible. I think Eva is so brainwashed by her mom because her mom is so upset and so bitter that it's wearing off on Eva. It's kind of like what's happened with the Braxtons, how Evelyn, she is so mad at her ex-husband for cheating on her that I feel like it's done irreparable damage to all of the Braxton kids, right? I feel like that's the same thing. But here's the thing. I must shock y'all. I'm going to shock y'all. I don't think Ted is the father of Eva's. I don't think Ted is Eva's father. I think Eva's father is Ted's twin brother who died in the plane crash, y'all. That is what I truly think and believe. I think that is who her father is. And I think eventually, what's going to happen, and this is just my preview, I haven't seen any future episodes or spoilers, I think eventually when all this comes out, that they run this conspiracy that Ted is her long-lost child and that he was madly in love with Leslie/Dana. Ted's going to be like, Dana, my brother was with somebody named Dana, but not me. And it's going to come out that it was the twin brother. And so I think it's going to eventually piss off Eva that she believed a lie about the Duprees because her mom was jealous and bitter that she did not have access to the finer things in life. But nonetheless, if you were related to, or if you had a baby with the Richardsons, if you had a baby with Ted Richardson's twin brother, you were not going to have that access anyways, because the Richardson is a different family. So perhaps we don't know too much about Ted's brother. We don't know what type of life he was in. Dana seems to be convinced that Ted would be nothing without him and Nicole. But Ted was destined for success anyways. I think the twin brother is where we need to, get into some things. And I think this is going to come out by the way of Andre, because Andre, as we know, Ted is his uncle. So nonetheless, I think we're going to find that relation between Eva and Andre, y'all. Eva and Andre are going to, come up linked together. It's going to show a familial relation between Eva and Ted, but it's not going to be a parental one because that is not his daughter, y'all. But nonetheless, there's that. That is it for this episode. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.